Sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to my sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying massive shout out to you all for all the love and support you all give me here. I am grateful. So today we'll be talking something really very important, and it's about Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is out here campaigning that if he's been voted in, that he's going to serve 2 terms, right? And he will be able to destroy leftism and woke ideology, that he's going to destroy woke ideology and put it where it belongs. Here you all can see everything going on in Florida already. It is more like ban black, ban everything about them. I don't want to hear about them. Everything about them is violent. They do not want to teach the real history. Why? Because they are scared of what they have done and still doing to black people. So all they are looking for is actually a way to ban everything about them. But then I am asking, how do you want to ban somebody's foundation, somebody's history, how somebody started off his life? I mean, it is something that is very hard to. But he is trying as much as he can to it is called, he called it woke ideology. And I don't understand how being woke became something very horrifying, because the way they use it right now, they even use it in a way that you ask yourself, wait, is it this woke that I know about that they are talking about, or something else? Because I truly do not get the way they are going about it. Like, we do not want woke ideology. We want to ban it. We want to put it in the dustbin where it belongs. So you can imagine wanting to destroy somebody's foundation. First of all, you're definitely going to be destroyed, right? You know what? Stay close to the screen. I am going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. And I absolutely want to read all your comments. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. And straight up, I am rolling this.
Is right now the time for Ron DeSantis to run for president?
Because everyone knows if I'm the nominee, I will beat Biden and I will serve 2 terms. And I will be able to destroy leftism in this country and leave woke ideology on the dustbin of history. In this country and leave woke ideology on the dustbin of...
If y'all allow this man to become president of the United States, I hope y'all are ready to leave. I hope everyone is ready for the mass exodus, because he is coming for everyone. He is coming for women. He is coming for queers. He is coming for people of color. He is coming for immigrants. He is not going to stop. We are seeing what he is doing in Florida, and now that's going to be on a large scale. We cannot afford this. We can't. America, y'all can't afford this. You cannot. You cannot.
Destroy leftism in this country and leave woke ideology on the dustbin of history.
Well, that's a pretty alarming thing for a leading presidential candidate of one of the 2 major political parties to say. But before we get concerned, let's take a look at what destroying leftism means for Ron DeSantis. Based on how he's behaved as governor, it means human trafficking, banning books, criminalizing women, criminalizing not being heterosexual. It means rewriting history books to cover up historical civil and human rights abuses. It means living under an increased risk of gun violence. It means making it harder to vote. And it means using the power of the state to suppress the speech of private corporations, to provide just a short list. It seems like Ron DeSantis is under the impression that, if given the opportunity, he has the right to infringe on all sorts of human and civil rights so long as he does it in the name of destroying leftism. But don't worry, there's barely any historical example of that going wrong.
And I will be able to destroy leftism in this country and leave woke...
So something to keep in mind is that a lot of people, especially on TikTok, are talking about the feud between Trump and DeSantis, or Marjorie Taylor Greene and everyone else in her party, any feud that's taking place internally in the Republican Party as, oh, look, they're destroying each other, they're going after each other, we can win here. That's not what's happening. The same kind of thing happened before and during the rise of Adolf Hitler to power. It always looks to outsiders as if it's, infighting in the party. It's not as simple as that. What's going on is the extremists in the party are doing everything they can to drive out the people they don't want. This is what's known as an ideological purge, and it's what takes place in any political party shortly before the fascist seize power of it. People like Matt Gaetz, Ron DeSantis, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Donald Trump aren't picking fights with people in their own party simply because, oh, they don't agree with them or they want to start a fight. They're picking fights with them because they're trying to get their voter base to disavow those people and say, you're not real Republicans. It's part of the ideological purge, because once you have purged anyone in your party who even mildly disagrees with you as an extremist, all that's left are the extremists, and you can run your party as a unified front on your extremist base. And additionally, fascism is entirely built on the notion of survival of the fittest taken to its most extreme form, social Darwinism. Ergo, the feud between Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump is not so simple as, I want to run for president, I want to be the president, and the party just allowing it to happen because they have no idea how to prevent this kind of infighting. They're doing it because, in their eyes, whoever comes out on top is the stronger one, and their ideology is the one that should be followed. Here's what to understand. Ron DeSantis currently trails Donald Trump by nearly 30 points in polls among Republican voters as to who they would like as a president. Donald Trump leads that poll by an insane margin, and usually people don't overcome double-digit deficits in that region. But what's important to remember is that we all said the same thing about Donald Trump in 2016. We all looked at the politics and said, oh, no, he couldn't possibly become the nominee for his party. He can't keep his mouth shut. Oh, he couldn't possibly become the nominee. He has all these scandals going on. He couldn't possibly become the nominee. He's doing all these illegal things. And then lo and behold, in 2016, he became the president. And it was entirely because those who are in the center or on the left lost sight of the target and devolved into infighting because we believed that the other side was so divided among themselves they were no longer a threat. No, they're united in their purpose. They're united in their hate. This coming year, you need to remember who the real enemy is. And it's not people who are distracting from your preferred candidate.
The woke mind virus is basically a form of cultural Marxism. At the end of the day, it's an attack on the truth. And because it's a war on truth, I think we have no choice but to wage a war on woke.
Woke, woke, woke. Florida is where woke goes to die. We will end woke. So please understand that the term cultural Marxism is nothing but a far right-wing conspiracy theory that is, to put it lightly, often tinged with anti-Semitism. I get emails every time one of these right-wingers starts talking about cultural Marxism. People write in and say, David, what the hell? I know Marxism, the economic theory. What on earth is cultural Marxism? When the right uses the term cultural Marxism, they are talking about a supposed leftist agenda that wants to undermine traditional values. It wants to erode societal norms. It wants to promote political correctness and police speech and this sort of thing. Often what they accuse George Soros of is tantamount to the very cultural Marxism they claim exists. And they say that this so-called cultural Marxism is a conspiracy propagated by left-wing intellectuals, left-wing activists, Democrats, etc. They want to infiltrate and control institutions, including academia, media, entertainment, and they want to reshape culture to fit their ideology. Now, according to that perspective, cultural Marxists are accused of manipulating language, promoting and using identity politics, advocating for social justice issues and LGBT rights and so on and so forth at the expense of individual freedoms and liberty and so on and so forth. The most important thing to understand about so-called cultural Marxism is that it essentially does not exist. And what I mean by that is Marxism focuses on economic structures and class struggle. That's the first thing to understand. It doesn't actually focus on cultural or social issues, although Marxism does acknowledge that culture and society will be shaped by the economic system. That's number one. So even the term doesn't really make sense. Secondly, the entire emergence of the term cultural Marxism came from a misinterpretation of actual Marxism. That's number two. And then number three, there's also no Marxists in the United States. Now, I know you might go to, the local Magic the Gathering tournament and meet an actual Marxist who understands Marxist ideology and says they subscribe to it, and I'm not insulting Magic the Gathering, I'm just saying, like, you might be able to find someone somewhere who's actually a Marxist. There is not a single Marxist in a position of power in federal government that I can think of in the United States. So when the right talks about cultural Marxism, they don't even really know what they're talking about. It's not Marxism. It doesn't exist. And it's thinly veiled anti-Semitism.
Yale University take anybody these days? He went to Yale. He will destroy leftism. Really, that's a lot of people in this country.
General election.
And he will get rid of wokeism. You know what? I am woke, and I'm proud of it, okay?
Is right now the time for Ron DeSantis to run for president?
The devil is a lie. He will not be our next president. Y'all can vote for him if y'all want to. Count me the fuck out. He done already fucked up Florida. Now he trying to fuck up the rest of the 49 states. If anybody votes for him and he becomes president, we are fucked.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about that you're gonna defeat leftism, wokeism in this country? Please, it can't be serious.
So this is all we got from the stitches, and I am going to say that it's all, or Ron DeSantis racism is all over him, like it's written. He is so ill and evil. Like, I don't know how someone like this, like, so young to be, he's too young to be this evil, right? And some people might be like, yo, it is not my problem, it's not gonna affect me. The truth is that it is going to affect everybody, whether you are black, you are white, like everybody's going to feel the hate, because some people will be like, yeah, we are not the minorities, or we are not the, it is going to affect everybody. It has started affecting everybody. Even the ones that voted him in, it is affecting them. Yo, you all saw all the whole thing going on, right? It is affecting them, right? So really, I do not see why this man should be president. There is, because he is more like ban everything about them, ban everything about black. Black is this thing. I am going to destroy woke ideology. This is where I am going to draw the curtain. Thank you all so much for all the support and love, and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.